Let's go! What's up, y'all? It's your boy Super Barber Samson with another banging video. I decided to get into another part. Yes, this is part 2 of how much is your haircut worth, or how much is your haircut should cost. This is part 2. The reason why I'm doing a part 2 because all of the barbers, that seen the video, they was like, Samson, you got to give me a part 2. You cannot just leave me hanging. So I decided to jump into it. So let's jump right into it. Where we ended off in part 1, we talked about the 5 factors, and I wanted to get into a little bit more in depth about the 5 factors from the barber perspective, to kind of shout out to all the clients who are still trying to get a haircut and they want the best service, and they want a barber who they find probably on Google with 5 stars, or they want a barber that has a healthy reputation. It's just really a good barber, and still don't want to pay because they feel that it's the price is too much. Okay, so let's go right into these 5 factors again. Number 1, city and area. Number 2, how good the barber cutting your hair is. Number 3, service. Number 4, the reputation of the barbershop you're visiting. And last but not least, number 5, supply and demand. I really want to talk about these things because if you don't talk about them, there's no possible way that you could walk into a barbershop and expect what you've been getting, even though you think you've been getting the best haircut probably in another side of the town, and you want to pay $25. There's a whole bunch of factors that come into place. As of now, it may not have been set up this way maybe 5-10 years ago, but we're talking about 2021 after COVID, and barbers are just not taking it no more. You see this kid that I'm cutting, you know, he's a regular client, A1 client. Him and his mom come in. I usually give him a perm. She calls me, hey Samson, my son needs a perm. He needs to be hooked up. He needs to be fixed up. I cut both of her sons. She calls me. She doesn't like actually book an appointment on my booking app. Number 1, because she's an A1 client. Yes, moms pay top dollar too for their boy's haircut. You see, some clients don't want to put up with the BS. 80% of my clients are like this. They do not want to put up with the BS. Now, you say, hey, Samson, what is the BS? All of my clients, well, I would say the majority of my clients, which is about 80%, I did the math, I did the stats on all of my clients. All of them, they do not want to put up with the BS, the barber BS. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, guys. Like, number 1, inconsistency. Well, inconsistency holds a whole lot of labels. Inconsistency, what a lot of barbers have, I would say, I don't know, 50, 60, 75% of barbers, I don't know. But you could go to a barber, most barbers are consistent because barbershops stay open, all different types of hours, and they are consistent as being a barber there, right? But most barbers are, I'm not going to say most barbers, I apologize, not most barbers, but some of the barbers in the industry are inconsistent. These are the clients that I go after. I go after the clients, and I reach the clients, and I give them something that they never had before. So a lot of barbers are inconsistent. They have inconsistency service, which means the haircuts doesn't stay the same. They surprise you and make you look good for the first 2 or 3 haircuts, and then they start slacking. Inconsistency, right? So eventually somebody's gonna say, hey, your haircut don't look the way it used to look, or that client is gonna notice that they don't get any hot towels no more, they don't get the same service that they used to get. Inconsistency means there's another shop in our area where I get a lot of their clients because they said the barber never shows up, or he takes a lunch break and comes back 30 minutes later and doesn't value the client's time, right? And then another one is booking. So a lot of times people are inconsistent on booking. They can never book you because you're always booked or you're overbooked, right? And we could go into this, etc., 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 and we could talk about how other barbers are inconsistent. So we're not talking about the inconsistent barbers. We're talking about how much is your haircut worth with a barber that is valued, a top-notch, an A1 barber who is ready to give you the best service that he could give. If you go to reddit.com, here's what I thought this was an interesting this is perfect for this video. This was on reddit.com, which is a very popular website, very popular blog website. My barber's pricing has been going up for the last couple of years. How important is tipping if he is getting too expensive? I really want to talk about this because this addresses both. It addresses the tip and it addresses the haircut. I've been going to the same barber on and off. Here you go, on and off for about 4 or 5 years. So on and off tells me that they come for maybe about 6 months and then they go find another barber, right? So probably this client, I'm just reading into it, I could be wrong, but this client will go find other barbers. So here's the big mistake right here they made. I've been going to the same barber on and off. Now then he says my barber's pricing's in the title. My barber's pricing has been going up for the last couple of years. How important tipping it if he's getting too expensive? Okay, then we go to I've been going to the same barber on and off for about 4 or 5 years. So he hasn't even been able to probably get explained to how come the prices are going up. He's changed locations a few times. Okay, that's number one factor. So I've gone to him whenever I could. He is the best barber I've been to, and I get the most compliments from his cuts. Okay, so now you love this guy. Okay, I started going to him when he first started at his house because a mutual friend recommended me to him. He used to charge me $15 in the house. Of course, he charged $15. He just wanted to get your service for haircut and beard. He changed shops and went up to 20 to 25. Now recently changed shops again to a downtown location. Prices went from 30 to 35 and now to 40 for a haircut and a beard. And I always tip him $5. So last time I gave him $45 and I was like, wow, I'm paying $50 for a cut. Now that adds up if I go once every 3 weeks or so. I'm thinking just paying him $40 for now, no tip, is that bad, or just keeping him for special occasions, events, and go to a cheaper barber for a more regular visit? Now, I really want to, like in the beginning of this paragraph, you see I was highlighting certain things. And the reason I was highlighting those things are such as I've been going to the same barber on and off for about 4 or 5 years. So apparently you like this guy. You've been going back and forth to him, right? That's number one. Number two is he changed locations a few times. So he's apparently going to a better shop, right? So never did you mention this barber is probably getting better and better, and you like the guy, right? So I've gone to him whenever I could. So you did go to other barbers in between time, and you kept going back to him because he gave you the best haircut that he could possibly give you, right? And then you go and you say he is the best barber, right? I've been to, and I get the most compliments from his cuts. So he is definitely the best barber. And you keep trying to go to other barbers because he doesn't fit in your budget, or he keep raising his prices, right? So he says, I started going to him when he first started. So now you're saying like you deserve to get better treated, or you deserve to get you've been with him from the beginning, so you shouldn't get charged. You should keep those beginning prices. But I'm here to bust your bubble. No, prices go up, and that's just the way it is. All right. I don't want to bust your bubble, sir, but I'm here to tell you that his prices go up. And he started out in his garage. And did you expect him to stay $15 or $20? Come on now. He's giving you the best service that he could possibly give you. But I love the response. The response gives in details. I own my own business, and I recently raised my prices because I had more clients than I could handle. I let him know you are thrilled about his success, but he's out of budget now, and can he recommend someone? He will either give you a discount to give your business, to keep your business, or understand that raising prices means losing clients. Why this is so important? I do this on a daily basis because here's the problem. A lot of barbers have, a lot of the clients have connections with their barbers. So in that last comment that this client has made, and I love this response that a regular barber has made to this paragraph. I probably would have made something similar to this, but the comment that was in that last statement, that he was connected to his barber, so he feels kind of hurt. If you read into the paragraph where he was talking about, I was with him since he started in his garage. Like, why would you put him out there like that? Okay, he started his garage, so what? So you mean you have some type of rights in order, because you started with him. From there, you went into maybe a non-air conditioned garage, and you was with them while you was sweating and the fan was going. That's great, and I appreciate that. I have plenty of clients that started out with me in my garage, but for the most part, about 90% of those clients, I don't cut no more because I did go up in my prices, right? And I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. The reason being is because I have to evolve just like you evolve. Anybody who has a job, right? How long are you going to stay on the job if they don't give you a raise, right? How long are you going to stay on that job? If you was making $10 an hour and you worked at a job for 20 years and you never went up on $10 an hour. Come on, guys. I mean, like, I'm really sharing this with you because I really want to see if I don't want to see if I want you to kind of catch this. I want you to kind of understand. And these are for my clients, not for my clients, but for clients who watch this and people who want to find out, is it worth a haircut? So like, you want to pay a barber for prices for haircuts that are out of this world, are literally out of this world, but you don't want to pay that price. You want to pay him $25 of what you feel that a haircut is worth, but the prices of haircuts went up. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, prices are going up. If you want to go to a $25 barber, $10 barber, I could definitely recommend you to one. You see, because most of these barbers, I mean not barbers, but clients that want to come into the shop and get the best haircut, they're the most cheap, and I'm gonna say it, cheap. Yes, cheap and picky. Those are not my clients. I don't need those clients sitting in my chair, right? You got some people who go into Walmart, and even though Walmart has the best deals, right? You got some of those people who literally go into Walmart and want a better deal. I think this is too much. You gotta come down on your prices. You gotta, and so what I'm telling you is I want you guys to get to understand that don't try to devalue me because you want something cheaper. Get it? Don't try to devalue my services, what I do, what I put into my haircut. It takes a lot of thought into fading. It takes a lot of thought into making that haircut look the way it should look after that person gets out of the chair. It takes a lot of thought. It's a process. And some people come in with nicks and bangs in their head from old war wounds, and some people come in with all different types of hairlines, and they expect us to fix it, right? So here you have, in 1998, the burger, the Big Mac, the Big Kahuna was $2.45. And here you go, not even 10, like from 1998 to now, the price has doubled, has a little bit more than doubled, right? And so, as I told you, like back in 98, haircut prices in New York was definitely $25, anywhere from 20 to $25. And people have a hard time. I was getting paid $25 in a regular barbershop in '98, and I had my barbershops. I had 2 barbershops at that time, and we was charging at that time. We was literally charging $25 and up. And as when we walked into the 2000s, the prices went up, and people did complain, and I was okay with it. And the people who didn't want to come to the shop, they found another shop. And then I was able to build my clientele based off of those people who came into the shop and who was willing to pay. And so I gave them the expert service that they wanted to get. You see, if 1998 to 2021, if a Big Mac meal or if a Big Mac can double its price, I could definitely double my prices. I could definitely go from 25 to 50 or from 20 to 40 or whatever you want to call it. The reason being is because I'm giving you a service, and guess what? Times have evolved. Services are 10 times better than they were in 1998. I could almost guarantee you that almost no barbershop was giving hot towels out. It was just something that was not heard of unless you was getting a straight razor, right? So now here we are in 2021, and clients come in and they want to devalue our services. They want to devalue us, and they want to put us in a box. No, sir. I'm not apologizing, and that I'm not apologetic. But if you do not want our services, just simply don't come. You can go and find 2 different prices for the same exact item in Walmart and Target. You go to Target, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But people go to Target because they like Target products. They say, oh, products are better, but then no, they are really the same, but you just pay a little bit more. So you have some people who want to pay a little bit more for Target, and you got some people who want to pay in Walmart, and guess what? Both of those places are doing really well. So you can make a decision and say, okay, I want to go to Walmart or I want to go to Target. You could buy a Gucci belt or you could buy a regular belt from Target. It doesn't even matter. It depends on what you want. You could buy a $700 belt or you could buy a $20 belt. It's up to you and what you want. They both do the same thing and hold your pants up, but it depends on if you want to go out with a style or you want to go out looking plain. Okay? So I just want to share this with you. This is the end of my part 2. Do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, the bell. This is your boy, Super Barber Samson, with another banger video. Till next time, peace.
Let's go!